This is First Coast Math Clinic with a quick video for video number 7, multiplication and division equations, for Unit 2, equations and expressions with a pre-algebra focus. So this is going to be a quick 4-example video on multiplication and division equations. If you want a more detailed explanation, a more detailed video on multiplication and division equations, you could check out the link for the video that's going to appear right now, as well as at the end of this video. All right, let's get into this. So number 1, we've got a division equation. We've got x divided by 4 equals negative 12. So we want to undo dividing by 4, and let's multiply by 4. I'm going to write that a little neater and bring that 4 up a little more. So I want to multiply by 4, so that 4 is in the numerator, so I'll put 4 over 1 times, and then multiply by 4. So whatever I do on the left side, I have to do on the right side. Now I'm putting the 4 over 1 on the left side because I'm multiplying two fractions, right? This is x over 4, so I have a fraction here. So I'm just going to make a fraction out of the 4 by putting it over 1. So when I multiply, now I can multiply 4 and x and 1 and 4. So 4 times x is 4x, 1 times 4 is 4, negative 12 times 4 is negative 48. Now I've got division, 4 divided by 4, well, what's 4 divided by 4? It's just 1, but again, if I'm multiplying or dividing by 1, do I need to write the 1 in? I don't, because multiplying and dividing by 1 doesn't change anything, so I can write this as just x equals negative 48. Now my check. We can write this as negative 48 over 4 equals negative 12. We're dividing two numbers of opposite signs, and whenever we multiply or divide two numbers that are opposite signs, sign of our answer is going to be negative, and then 48 divided by 4 is 12, so we get negative 12 equals negative 12, so our answer checks. Number 2, 5x equals 35. We're multiplying by 5, so let's divide. Use our inverse operation, so divide by 5 and 5. 5's cancel out on the left. So we get x equals 7. For our check, let's put that 7 back in for x. So we get 5 times 7 equals 35, and we get 35 equals 35, so our answer checks. Number 3, negative 64 equals negative 4x. So we're multiplying negative 4 times x. So I want to undo multiplying by negative 4 and divide by negative 4. So I've got to keep, I really want you guys to see here is I really need to keep the sign with that 4. So when I divide, I'm not just dividing by 4, I'm dividing by negative 4. So I'm keeping the sign with that 4, right? So now, negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, right? So I don't need to rewrite the 1. On the left side, I'm dividing two numbers of the same sign. When I multiply or divide two numbers of the same sign, the sign of the answer is positive. And 64 divided by 4 is going to give us 16. So our answer should be 16, and let's do our check. So let's take that 16, put it back in for x. So negative 64 equals negative 4 times 16. So I get negative 64. Negative 4 times 16, multiplying two numbers of opposite signs. Sign of the answer should be negative, and we get negative 64 equals negative 64. Now number 4, negative 6 equals negative x over 3. Problems like number 4 can be a little tricky because we're dividing. We've got this negative. So again, here's how I like to do this. We want to undo dividing by 3. So we're going to multiply by 3 and multiply by 3 on the left and the right. But I have to take care of this negative sign, right? So I don't want to just multiply by 3. I want to multiply by negative 3 and negative 3. So I'm going to include that negative sign with the 3. And just to make my multiplication on the right side here a little bit easier, I'm going to put this 3 over 1 so we can multiply our fraction a little bit easier, okay? So now, when we multiply, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, okay? We know that a negative times a negative is a positive. x times 3 is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. On the left side, negative times negative is a positive. 3 times 6 is 18. Now on the right side, we've got 3 divided by 3. Well, what's 3 divided by 3? It's just going to give us 1. Do we need to write the 1 in? No. So we get x equals 18. Now our check. We take negative 6 equals negative 18 over 3. Now we're dividing two numbers of opposite signs. Negative 18 divided by 3. Whenever we divide two numbers of opposite signs, sign of the answer is going to be negative. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and we get the same value on the left and the right side, so our answer checks. Okay? So this was a quick video for video number 7, multiplication and division equations. If you want a more detailed review on multiplication and division equations, you can check out the link for the video that's going to appear at the end of this video. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If there are any other videos, any other topics you want to see me cover, just leave it in the comments. I hope these videos are helping you guys. I'm trying to go through some pre-algebra concepts first. I'm going to get into algebra and geometry. Again, I hope this stuff's helping you guys, and you're liking the videos. First Coast Math Clinic.